Hey guys, MMA Savant here, and I'm with my new broadcast partner. Her name is Meridian. Say hi, Meridian. She's new to the team, and she's going to offer up any insights and opinions she has on mixed martial arts or anything involved in that realm. She's pretty nervous, so she'll be not too talkative today, but that's okay. Want to kind of ease her into it, a little dip the toe in first. Anyway, so I want to talk about Ben Askren and Jake Paul. And people don't really understand when myself or Chael or anybody that knows says Jake or Ben Askren is not going to outbox Jake Paul. So people will say, well, that means he's going to lose. It's like, no, you don't get it. So to give you a comparison, all right, so 2019, Nicky Rodriguez, he was technically a blue belt under John Danaher, right? He went into Abu Dhabi, the ADCC, which to those who don't know, Abu Dhabi Combat Club, ADCC, is the Olympics, by and large, of submission grappling. So the best in their weight classes representing their schools or countries or whatever come out and they compete. Now, there's trials, you have to qualify for it, all this stuff. Anyway, so Nicky Rodriguez came out and he won all his trials, and so they gave him a invitation to come out in the heavyweight division and grapple against a lot of these great Orlando Sanchez was there, Vinny Magalesh I think was there, Muhammad Ali was there, some other luminaries and stuff, and black belt circles and everything. So Nicky Rodriguez won the entire bracket against jiu-jitsu black belts, and he didn't go in there and out jiu-jitsu people. What he did was he won the entire thing without scoring a single submission or getting a single submission or scoring a single point in the entire thing. But he used his wrestling to be aggressive and take down his opponents and just hold them there, which makes for frustrating jiu-jitsu matches because the point of it is to get a submission, which he did not. Do you concur? For those who cannot hear my broadcast partner, we're having technical difficulties. She does concur. She's only a white belt, so it's not, she doesn't know a lot about jiu-jitsu yet. Anyway, so Ben Askren is not going to outbox anybody. What Ben Askren is going to do is go out there and roughneck them, clinch with them, weigh on them. And if anybody out there are fans of The Simpsons, there's a famous episode where Homer becomes a boxer, and what he does is he just lets everybody beat him up until he gets tired. And that's what Ben Askren is going to do. Jake Paul is going to beat Jake Paul up. Ben Askren will not go on the offensive until Jake Paul is tired. Because, I mean, look at it. It took a flying knee to the face from a man running across the cage at 15, 20 miles an hour to the chin to finally knock Ben Askren out. Robbie Lawler couldn't do it. A little unprofessional. Keep it together. Robbie Lawler couldn't do it after picking Ben Askren up off the ground and slamming him on his head. That's how much of a chin Ben Askren has. Jake Paul is not going to hurt Ben Askren. He's just going to roughneck him and beat him up. He's going to cook him for a little bit. He's going to get that far side clinch. The referee's going to step in and say that's illegal. Doesn't matter though. He's going to get that tie, and he's going to keep on weighing him down. He's going to let Jake Paul. Are we boring you? Are we boring you? He's going to let Jake Paul get double underhooks and he's just going to tire his arms out. I'm telling you right now, that's a 6-round TKO. Ben Askren's calling the 7th. And you cannot replicate how tired you're going to get. Because when you're in practice, you get to stop, especially if you're paying all your guys, you're the star of the show, you stop whenever you want to stop. The amateur wrestler, though, Ben Askren, is going to make this a dogfight. And he's going to cook Jake Paul. And it's going to hurt him and everything. Oh, also, I want to talk about the press conference. Jake Paul pretty much embarrassed himself. And here was my thought. If you knew the press conference was coming up, and you're known as a YouTube content creator, right? You should have had some better lines than pretending to be asleep, going, very funny to everything Ben Askren said. And Ben Askren, he raised a valid question. He said, do you pay these yes men as cheerleaders or groupies? He never answered the question, because what the lesson that young Jake Paul is going to learn really soon is when he stops cutting the checks, they're all going to stop coming around. It's not even like a novel foreign concept. It's just the way it is. So watch April 17th. My money, I'm probably going to put some money on Ben Askren. There's really no money to be made because even though Ben Askren is a retired guy with garbage striking, coming off a hip surgery, who's over a decade older and shorter against the active Jake Paul, the odds are not that good. There's no money to be made really on it, even if you bet on the dog, who is Ben Askren, not a lot of money there. So me not putting money on it isn't a show of faith or confidence in my guy. It's just there's no money to be made there. But you do have my support. Okay, fuck off. Stupid kitty. Meridian, who you going for? Huh? Who you going for? She's undecided. She's not giving a lot of thought. Anyway, MMA Savant. Also, one more thing. I do want to talk about body language and, insecurity. I remember at the face-off, Ben Askren had his hands down in a squared stance. Not a fighting stance. He wasn't leaning and stutter stepping and flexing his jaw and doing all this jaw jacking and everything. He was just standing there. And one of the guys in the Easter-colored pastel yellow blouse that Jake Paul had on his team kept going, look how nervous he is. He's nervous. He's nervous. You need to learn how to read body language better because Ben Askren was not the nervous one. If you're nervous, you put your hands in front of your face, you cross your chest, you put your arms across your chest, you put a barrier between the potential threat and yourself. You do it instinctively. Ben Askren wasn't sweating you at all. Anyway, Ben Askren gets it done. TKO in the 6th round. That's my thoughts on MMA Savant. This is little mini junior MMA Savant. And thank you for watching. And bye-bye, guys. MMA Savant. And we're out.